So what's happening with 3, 4 and 5, Harsha? Since 2020, all three of Pujara, Virat Kohli and Rahane have all been struggling, averaging around 23 to 25. Do you see there's a real problem there?
I mean, I've looked at the numbers too, Michael. I've looked at the same numbers that you have looked at. And I didn't think I would see those numbers, honestly, because there's so much pedigree around these three. But post that landmark tour of Australia in 2018-19, we haven't really seen the best of Pujara. Back in the next tour, on the next tour of Australia, he batted the balls, he soaked in the pressure, but the big scores weren't coming. Ajinkya Rahane gets 100, and then you think, oh wow, what a great innings that was, the Melbourne 100. Thereafter, again, there's a little inconsistency that's coming. And each of those three in the recent past averaging under 30. You cannot do that. And I really do think that the time has come to ask whether the mighty reputation that these three have garnered. I mean, you look at 15 to 19, India had the best top three, best 3, 4, 5 in the world, averaging in the mid-40s, and now that's suddenly dried up. So I get the feeling maybe a test, maybe 2 test matches away before more serious questions are asked.
You know, I look at someone like Pujara at number 3. He's a wonderful player. He's been the wall and the rock of Indians Test match batting for a while, but he just looks like he's lost a bit of his tempo and his rhythm. I just wonder whether the rumours and the stories about them wanting him to score a bit quicker has affected him. He shouldn't need to do that. There's plenty of other players that can score quickly. Virat Kohli's a gem. You know, he will get that century. I'm sure he'll get it in this series, but it's the perfect start for England and Jimmy Anderson. It's been a while since Jimmy had Virat's wicket. Ajinkya will be a concern to me because he does play well, but he seems to play one good innings a series. He's not consistently getting those big scores or contributing. He's making mistakes. Today was a mistake in a run out. I don't think it's panic stations, and I don't think India will panic at all, but you'd want more from that middle order, and it won't be easy. Test cricket's a tough school, Harsha. We know from watching for many, many years. Ajinkya Rahane, do you see that there's any kind of chatter around him being removed from the side?
I wish they weren't. I mean, I wish they weren't asked of either Pujara or of Rahane, because I mean, you do want them to score runs. But if I was a lawyer in Rahane's camp and I was to plead before you, Justice Michael Vaughan, I would say, look at how many runs he scored in the World Test Championship cycle. Yes, he's played more innings than some other people, but he scored more runs than anybody else. He was top scorer in the final of the World Test Championship in that first innings. Yes, it was an unusual shot, he got out, but I was a little worried that people focused on how he got out rather than the runs he made that the other people didn't. So, I mean, you look at those, I mean, even in the Brisbane run chase, he got 24 of 22. He was getting a move on. So I would be a little more patient with Rahane. I'd like to be patient with Pujara as well. But I think that he's attracting a little too much scrutiny. Maybe a big score. A big score. That'd be good to get it from that.